So, this is Gamerdom and welcome back to my garage. We've been all continental since we're looking at the Czech medium tank, the Tier 4, which is the first of the mediums on the Czech line that came out yesterday with the 913 patch. So you can see, there we go. I did a quick run through of the first three vehicles, which were all light tanks, and then from this point on they become the mediums that can go all the way up to Tier 10. So let's have a quick look at this little thing. It's quite a small little tank. It looks very similar to the Tier 3 variant. 350 hit points, which is 20-ton limit load. I haven't got any equipment based on this, so but even so, it's only just under 17 tons. So lightweight. Engine capacity means that it gets a top speed of around 45 kph, which is pretty good. A traverse speed of 33 degrees a second, which is also pretty good. Armour wise, not much of it. I mean, that seems to be a theme with these Czech tanks. They are very light on the armour side, so and sure enough this one is as well. The frontal hull 32mm, and yeah, that middle section there is really flat. That lower plate is quite big and pretty flat. If you hit the upper plate, there's a chance of ricochet, but I wonder whether the ricochet would actually just end up going straight into the flat surface behind. So, you know, 32 on the front, 25 on the side, and 20 on the rear. Yeah, not going to do much with that. Turret armour is a little bit better, 60 on the front of the turret. But again, it's flat as a pancake. And there's not really any mantlet there on the gun, so you know, you're not going to bounce much there. And bearing in mind this is a Tier 4, so you will be encountering up to Tier 6 tanks, so you know, really 60 degrees isn't going to do much good except against some pretty light opposition. 40 on the side of the turret, again pretty boxy, pretty square, so not going to bounce a lot there. 30 on the back. Yeah, well, if someone gets around the back, you toast anyway. So, looks like a typical Czech tank, relatively nimble, or speedy anyway, very little armour. Yeah, so view range is not bad actually, 340 base view range, which, you know, for a Tier 4 tank, doesn't seem too bad at all to me. Gun wise, it carries the 47mm Skoda, which is the copy of the German 47mm. Has a good rate of fire, 24 rounds a minute. Penetration not bad at all, 86 with AP, and 132 with its APCR load. Only 60 damage, but you know, it's typical of those sort of caliber guns. They fire rapidly. You're talking on volume of fire really to take down your opposition more than you know, hitting them once and making them scared. So aiming time is pretty good at 2. So you know, it looks promising. I haven't actually played this tank yet, so should we take it out and see what it does? If it's anything like yesterday, everybody's driving Czechoslovakian tanks, and there we go, we're on Winterberg. There's a whole host of Tier 3 Czech tanks. A few of us Tier 4s, and it is a Tier 4 game, so that's good. So we'll see what we can do with it. As I said before, I haven't put any mods on it. I know some people don't put mods on anything under Tier 5 or something, but I do if it's a tank I'm intending to keep. Unless this is amazing fun, I won't be keeping it, so I don't see the point in doing so. However, I did up the crew and I did train them up, took advantage of the deal that's going on. Well, aiming's pretty good, look at that. It's slow to get going. Not exactly a speedster by the look of it. So yeah, as I said, I took advantage of the cheaper training at the moment and trained up the crew to 100%. Yeah, probably a waste of gold, but we did the Secret Santa. Thoroughly recommend that for a cost of about 70 pence UK. I got in return about 250 gold, which was really nice, really useful. So this locust seems to want to sit up here until he gets shot, but they can't actually see anybody. So that's intriguing. So where are they? Surely there must be somebody back there. Let's see. Let's just let this Covenant spot things. There's a fellow over there. It's not a bad shot. We're going to move because, yeah, it's sluggish, this thing. There's another one of those up there. Permission to engage. Tracked him. Gone. They're knocked out. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Didn't move, so he's dead. So we're going to come down the middle road, I think. Gun looks accurate, as I thought. Very fast firing, reloading in 2 seconds, which is pretty pokey. Aim time, not too bad, but yeah, it's alright. And that's a tier 4 tank, so what do you expect, really? Look at that, I mean they've just got no armour, so I just put one straight through his mantlet there, so he's got no chance. But there is a Hertzer, and the Hertzer's going to make a real mess of me. Well, if he's got the dirt gun, and to be honest, if he ain't got the dirt gun, you really shouldn't be driving a Hertzer. Where's he gone? Oh, hit my friend. So that's it, game over. So you know what? That's not a bad little tank. For a tier 4. Yeah. It's obviously people are playing it quite well. I mean, that game was over very quickly. They didn't put anybody coming up towards the little village, and as a result we just rolled straight through, flanked them and killed them. So what was that? 4th on XP, 5th on damage, fired 13 shots, connected with 11 of them, 10 penetrated. So you know, in its own tier, that tank's obviously going to cause some mayhem, just with the fact that nobody else has got the armour, so you can punch through it with that sort of pen that it's got on that gun. Didn't take any shots, so hit friends. What can you do? It was an accident. So 14,000 credits is very nice. Ammo is pretty cheap, so that's good. Didn't fire any premium, didn't need any consumables, so you know, kind of a very satisfying job, really. Yeah, firing against those tier 3 Czech tanks, they've just got paper for armour. They really have no chance. And even though they've got the autoloader, they're really no good at all. in terms of aiming from any range at all that I found out when I played it. So that was good. So we've unlocked the radio, so let's just delete that. Probably not going to buy it, but you know, what the hell. Let's should we take it out again, see what we get, because that was interesting. You know, it's not as hopeless as some of the other tanks. It's not great. It's not as quick as I thought it was going to be. Gun's good though, and that, as I say, that does seem to be a theme of these tanks. Good guns. So let's take it back out again. Okay, a bit more of a challenge, a tier 5 game. KB1s are going to be a challenge, penetrating them. Yeah, 186 penetration. It's going to be a challenge. Okay, but so we might have to break out the APCR in this game. So let's see what mischief we can get up to. It's a tier 5 game, as I said. 267 looks a useful player. He's got 3 stars on his barrel. Obviously likes that vehicle a lot. As I say, as I would say, I like it too. I think it's a nice 267. I just never seem to have time to play it. Gun depression is rubbish. Oh, how did I miss there? That's ridiculous. That's me going on about how great the gun depression is, and I managed to waff a shot completely. Turret movement's a bit slow. Oh, we're getting lags. So we're doing the typical light job really, we're just popping over, seeing what we can cause mayhem with. Not penetrating him at all. Oh, that's not good. Can I keep doing that? It'll get wise to it surely. Yeah. Okay, enough of that game. Place my commander. Repair him because I need him for the visibility. Turret swings around very, very slowly. Okay. Can't shoot anything that side because of it. Oh, they're all going over the top, so let's see what we can do. Support our boys on that flank. Bounced one off the turret there. Not the second one though. Ah! Got me. Did push my luck a bit there as a tier 4, but you know, I was trying to see what that gun can do, to be honest. And against those tier 5s, you know, it was hit or miss. I hit that that T1 heavy, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and only 1 penetrated. So, you know, clearly it's a bit of hit or miss with that gun. But the rest of the time, you know, hitting tier 4's not a problem with the standard ammo. I think to get up into the I do love it. Everyone's so positive in these games, aren't they? It's the T1 heavy. Yeah, get over yourself. RT will hit you. Just get over it. And it's annoying, but whatever. Can't stand a joke. Don't play World of Tanks, as I say. So interesting. So that was an interesting game. Not as exciting as the first one in terms of damage that I did. I sat on that top a couple of times just to see that railway line, just to see what I could do, really, to be honest. And I thought I bounced a shot, but obviously I didn't. So I fired 8 shots, hit with 7 of them, so the accuracy's there, but only penned with 4 because of those. I was firing on tier 5s a lot. So mind you, I bounced off the Panzer 1, didn't I? So go figure. Yeah, it was alright. Nothing special, but finished way down the pack in terms of experience. Damage was nothing much to write home. Still a 3rd class, so I don't know. Yeah, it does show, I think one of the things I always think with a medium, if you're in a high tier game and your gun can't do an awful lot of damage, then use it as a light tank. Try and spot a bit, see what happens. So there you go, that's another one down. Should we try a 3rd game? Yeah, let's see what happens. Probably get killed immediately now. So tier 4, a couple of Matildas on their side and 3 on ours. I can't remember what the Matilda's armour's like, but I suspect very strongly I'm not going to pen it with my standard ammunition. The 130 on the APCR, however, should go through it like through butter. So, what are we going to do? I think we will try and cover the railway tracks. Sort of game where I wish I had my coated optics on this vehicle, because the view range was good, but it would be even better. And you always get somebody trying to sneak down the railway lines on Ensk. And if you're in the right position, you can make their day really bad. It's a bit sluggish, this thing, from what I can see. Oh, there's a Panzer 1. I thought somebody always tries to come down there, and he's going to be facing off against a Matilda, which is, in fact, 2 Matildas by the look of it. I wish our Matildas were heading down into the main battlefield, but I guess you can't have everything. Oh, there's a Lux coming into our base. I might have to go and help me. Try and number the railway line, which is always a dastardly thing to do. But
target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Target lost.
right, let's see if we can get this Lux. He didn't seem to like being shot, and he's run away. He's... Where'd he go? Must be down the other one. Damn, we're losing them.
Permission to engage. Target unlocked.
Got him.
Got him.
So that's him done. The 7-4 down, which is a bit of a bummer. Let's go and support these Matildas. hets are coming down.
Ready to fire.
Ah, don't really want to face him.
We didn't even scratch them. We've lost the track.
It's inevitable.
Penetration.
Got
Enemy
it.
armor is destroyed.
So I changed to APCR because I knew that I was going to struggle against him. Sloped armour on the front of those hetzers is a bit of a nightmare. So let's get forward and see what we can do to help against anybody trying to come back. Slow dang. Not as quick as I hoped it would be, this thing.
The radio man is down. We can only signal nearby vehicles. Penetration. Optics hit. Penetration.
Gonna kill me.
Killed our driver.
I can't do much about it. Oh, blimey, right in there. Ah, sugar.
Target acquired. Enemy armor is damaged. Where'd they go?
Right, he's dead. Okay, we won. Let's reverse back into the base and make sure of it. GG, good job. So, that looks to be a fun little tank, really, all in all, for a tier 4. I'm not going to keep it, but you know what, that's 3 games. The gun fires well. APCR is really pokey. So 500 experience, 700 damage, so top damage dealer on both sides, which is not bad. Second on experience. You know, that was a pretty good game, but that's only worth a second class. So that does show that people are playing this tank really well and getting some good results with it. So, you know, say I'm Joe Average Player, so the fact that I'm getting second classes only with a top, you know, top damage dealing game like that, I think it's a good sign. Bruiser, and whatever that one is, who cares. 24 shots fired, 15 only this time hit. I fired Fury under the railway line, which is probably why there was a few misses there, but anyway, 12 penetrated, so a good proportion of hits are penetrating. When you're in a tier 4 game, you're going to penetrate and you're going to do some damage. Took 3 hits because it's got 0 armour, so clearly you can't stop anything. Fired some gold, so cost me a little bit more than normal, but still made nearly 8,000 credits, which, you know, is fine. It's fine. So, all in all, that's the little tier 4 Czech STVZ39. And, do you know what? It's not a bad little tank. I think that's not a bad tank at all. It's probably, all the others I haven't really enjoyed. I thought tier 2 was okay, but, you know, who cares about tier 2s, right? I think that that's an interesting vehicle. I think the next one along is the Skoda T25. Don't know anything about that at all, but I did play the Skoda T25 on the test server. You can check out the video that I did of that. I loved that tank. I thought that was great fun. It's got a little auto loader on it with 3 shells in it. Moderately pokey, moves around fairly easily, really nice tank. And then I also did a review of a look at the T34-100 on the test server, and there's a video of that as well if you want to have a look at that. Again, an interesting tank. Gun's much better than I thought it was going to be, and I enjoyed playing it. I have noticed a tendency to ammo racking, but, you know, maybe that was just bad luck, so I'm going to work my way up to that and play it because I do love the T34s. So anyway, that's a look at our friend the STVZ39 at tier 4, part of this new Czech medium line. Hope you enjoyed that. This is Gamer Dom. Please do click like and submit any questions or any thoughts on these videos. If you played any of these, I'd love to hear what you think. And please feel free to subscribe to the channel because it will really help me out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you again. Cheers.